Hey everyone, so today's video is going to be just a quick video on some of my first impressions and thoughts on the Hello Fab Bendy Avocado Concealer. This is the new First Aid Beauty Concealer, and I have done multiple videos on First Aid Beauty products. I've done a video on the First Aid Beauty Tinted Moisturizer as well as the Skin Tint, so I will leave those videos down below in case you're interested. So let's jump right in. Make sure to give the video a thumbs up if it is helpful, and we will start. This comes in 7 different shades, I believe, and I bought the lightest 2. I bought number 1 and 2. I think it's Bone and Fair on the Sephora website, but they come with 0.17 fluid ounces and they go for $22, which I don't think is that bad for, you know, mid-range makeup. The whole idea behind this concealer is that it's supposed to move with your skin rather than kind of sitting on top of it. And I do really appreciate that sentiment. I have dry under eyes and I tend to get texture under my eyes as well. And I like a product that doesn't exaggerate that or sit on top of the skin. I did mention this in my First Aid Beauty Skin Tint video. I do feel like Fab is taking some inspiration from Glossier. Glossier does have their stretch concealer. Milk Makeup does have their Flex concealer, and now there is a Bendy concealer, which is supposed to bend with the skin. So all 3 of these products are similar. So yeah, I do feel like First Aid Beauty is kind of going in the same route Glossier and Milk Makeup are also going. Something I don't necessarily like about some First Aid Beauty products, especially in this new Hello Fab line, is that they do feel a little bit gimmicky to me. You know, slapping avocado on here and then just throwing avocado oil in the product to make people buy it, like make millennials want it. Just being real here, like if the avocado oil does make this formula better, then I'm not like mad at it. Just like the Milk Makeup Kush line, which I do have a review on both the mascara and the brow gel, and I'll leave those linked down below. It just feels like marketing to me, and I'm in marketing, so I think I would know. Anyway, nevertheless, I think there's a lot about this concealer that I do like. I like the paddle doe foot applicator to apply it under the eyes. It makes it really easy. The formula itself, like the texture is very creamy, and I do like that. It goes under the eyes very smoothly, and it gives like a light medium coverage. This is definitely not like a full coverage product, and I feel like it just livens up my under eyes a little bit and it looks nice. I do wish there was more coverage, and it's not often that I admit that. Don't get me wrong, like this is a buildable product, but it's not going to give like a medium coverage. This reminds me a lot of the Flex concealer from Milk Makeup. Like I said, I'll leave that video down below. And I do feel like you should consider both products. If you really like the Milk Makeup Flex, I do think there's a good chance of you liking this. I feel like the Glossier Stretch Concealer is like on a whole different plane. That product looks completely different under the eyes than either of these. I do wish it's hard to do a dewy and hydrating product that doesn't exaggerate texture, and I think that is like a common misconception. Same thing goes with like hydrating foundations. You know, you can put it on the skin and you're like, oh, it's so hydrating, it's so dewy. Well, if you have textural issues and you put a dewy product over it, it reflects a lot of light, obviously, and it will highlight texture. It's the same sort of reason why if you put a highlight over a clogged pore on your face, it's going to make it more obvious because there is more light being reflected off of it. So yeah, common misconception that hydrating products are automatically better for texture. I don't think that's necessarily the case. My under eyes don't look super textured, but they don't look like very, very, very dewy. I feel like this sets down a little bit as you wear it. Right immediately when I put this on, it had a lot of dewiness to it, and it was kind of one of those things where I found that it was exaggerating texture. My eyes do look a little bit drier than I would like, but as it sets down, it kind of sinks into the skin a little bit more. You know, something to keep in mind is that it's not giving a shit ton of coverage. So if you want something with a little bit more coverage, I don't think that this is necessarily the route to go. For shits and giggles, I'm gonna put a little bit more on one eye so we can kind of compare like how it builds up. But let's put a little bit more right there, and I'll blend it in with just my finger, and we'll see like how it's looking there. So that's like about 2 layers. I mean, this is definitely buildable. I got a little bit more coverage with that second layer, and now I kind of look weird. So I'm gonna even that out. So yeah, I think if you're looking for a nice light coverage concealer to throw on for no makeup days, something to keep in mind when you're layering it though, I feel like it looks a little bit more heavy as you layer it. Yeah, so I hope this video was helpful, and if you have any other questions about the product, just leave them down below. Give the video a thumbs up if it was really helpful. That really helps me out, and I hope you'll subscribe if any of my videos were helpful to you. And I will hopefully see you in my next one.